This is our brand new grip. It's the new all-in-one performance waveboard we have in the lineup for 2018. It's replacing the previous quad and the previous tri-wave, as it's matching the tri-wave's planing character, and it turns beyond the 2017 quad. We have various options to place fin settings, a quad set, a thruster set, and it comes in 5 different sizes, from 68, 76, 82, 89 and a 99 liter version. The grip is built in our high-performance bioxynegra carbon technology, which is light and strong and can really take a beating. A key feature on the grip is that you can play with your fin setups. We have various options, but the smallest, the 68, comes as a quad fin setup with 4 fins only. The biggest one comes as a thruster with 3 fin boxes. And then we have the 3 medium sizes, the 76, the 82 and the 89, which come with 5 fin boxes. They are delivered with 4 fins with a quad set, but you can play around and you get slot box covers to close the box that you're not using. The idea behind this is that you can really change the way your board rides through your fin setup. Don't underestimate how much change you can have when you ride a quad or a thruster set. The shape concept behind the grip is that we combined the best of both boards. Our previous tri-wave and the early planing and speed and control it had, and our quad and the tight and direct turning it offers. So we took the rocker line of our previous tri-wave, which is relatively flat, has a V bottom with a slight double concave, and we lifted the nose entry a little bit, gave the board a little bit more of a V release in the tail for the tight turning. Also, we moved the trim back. This helps for snappy turning and control and maneuvers and turns. The outline of the grip is relatively compact, the board is not very long, it's a little bit wider, and the deck is pretty flat. That adds a lot of stability to the board, even when you're non-planing, just wobbling out through the brake, that helps a lot. And we managed to keep the rails defined still, which gives a lot of responsiveness and grip in the turns. The tail is a bit drawn in. We have a nice swallow tail, which adds grip as well and a nice release. We took the development of this shape all around the world for over 2 years. A prototype of this board already won a world title. It has a real plug-and-play character and is super intuitive to ride, and it covers all the conditions around. So we're pretty sure you're gonna love it as much as we do.
I think the new grip is sick, you know, it's the perfect combination between the tri and the quad. And since last year I was using that board in every event of the World Tour, from Poso, Tenerife, Denmark, Sylt, La Torche and even Maui. And yeah, I got my 2nd world title, so yeah, I was super happy with the boards because they have an amazing planing ability. And moving the fins forward or back, to the back, you can have way different feelings on the board. You move them forward, you just get the sickest turns, and you move them back, you have the best planing for onshore. So it's the complete board, and I think every rider is so happy this year that we have it in production.
This is our 2018 Stubby. It's a short, parallel rail design. It looks radical, but you'd be surprised how easy it is, how amazing it planes. and how much fun you're going to have on this thing, especially when the conditions are less than perfect. It comes in 4 sizes this year, in a 76, an 82, an 89 and a very floaty 99-liter version. Same as all our Team Edition models, also the Stubby comes in our high-performance Bioxynegra carbon technology. Also the Stubby comes with our premium foot strap and the dual density foot pad. As you can see, the Stubby is a pretty special shape. The board is very compact, it's very short, actually not that wide, it's actually quite narrow. And we have a super wide nose, a super wide tail, and in between we have a rail line that is very straight, very parallel and stretched to the maximum functional length. What that does is it reduces the drag, which a conventional shape, which is more round, creates more drag around the rails. And this board is very streamlined and therefore the planing is incredibly good. We have a super wide tail on the Stubby, a double diamond tail. And to be able to turn such a wide tail, we moved the entire trim back. The mast position is quite a bit further back and the back foot is basically sitting just very, very close to the tail. Otherwise you couldn't turn such a wide tail. But with this position you're able to just snap it around like a surfboard. Under the tail we have a pretty large thruster fin setup, which is about 1 centimeter bigger per fin compared to a traditional thruster set. You need that size to be able to hold that wide tail in the turns. What this bigger fin set does as well, it adds an incredible upwind ability to the board. On top of that, we have a channel in the tail that gives additional hold and projection to the board. What that wide tail and the wide nose does as well, it adds a lot of stability to a board that is actually not that wide. The rocker line is relatively flat and early planing, and the bottom shape has a V with a slight double concave with a bit of an opening V in the tail. If you live in a place with about 80% less than ideal conditions, the Stubby is what you want. It's such a fun ride when it's a little bit smaller, a little bit more cross onshore, smashing little waves. But the good thing is, once you get that occasional epic day, the Stubby still delivers.
I always have a Stubby on my quiver, anywhere I travel in the world. It's an amazing board, mega easy, really easy to go upwind, fight against current conditions when it's really tricky, and especially I use the Stubby on Seal, Denmark, when people are kind of having trouble on having fun. I go on this board and I have fun of bad conditions, you know, when the people are complaining, it's not good enough to compete. I can go on that board like last year on Seal. I remember one day and I was performing and having fun on the short break, while with other boards I couldn't do it.
Now that I explained that both of these boards cover a huge range of conditions, you might be wondering which is the wave board you should get. The Stubby excels in the conditions that are less than perfect. So if you live in a place or sail a lot in conditions which aren't epic, you get a lot out of the Stubby, especially when you're a wave riding fan. The grip comes from the other end of the spectrum. It excels in really good conditions, when the waves are a little bit bigger, more powerful, the wind is more sideshore, but it still delivers very good performance when the wind swings onshore or gets lighter or the wave loses power. So if you're fortunate enough to sail good conditions a lot and you want to take your wave sailing to the highest level, the grip is your board of choice.